Hey, welcome to the Backwoods Gourmet. Today we're out, just launched here at the ramp, going out on the St. Johns River. Going to be looking for those wild Florida shrimp. Hopefully we'll find some. It's the right time of year. It's the end of August, usually when they start getting pretty thick. So we're out on the brand new Miss Sylvia today. I think I've given you guys a tour, but if you follow us over on Facebook, you've seen this brand new boat we got. It is a Nautic Star 21.5 foot bay boat with 150 horse Yamaha 4-stroke on it. Really quiet, really smooth running. It's got plenty of gear storage in it, rod lockers, things like that. And since we're shrimping today, I'll show you this one. Got a release latch there, but it's got a built-in thing for your 5-gallon bucket right there. So that's where we get the shrimping gear. Early this morning we only get them like 3 at a time, so we kept some live. We went and did a little bit of fishing. I got a pretty good, let's go back here, I'll show you. Miss Sylvia, we got a really nice live well back here. So I got a bunch of nice sized croakers in there that I caught on the live shrimp. The few that we caught this morning. Alright, so we got some fish. And then so I decided to come and take a ride and go a little further south. And there was only one boat here when I got here. I pulled up, we looked for a little bit of where the depths they were at, and I finally found that was one cast right there, and they seem to be fairly good size too, almost all of them. So we're going to set up right here and shrimp for a little while. I won't bore you with the details, but we're catching with a cast net like this. It needs to have, if you want to watch my previous videos, needs to have either tape or lawn chair webbing and whatever around the bottom of it, because we're in deeper water. And we're just going to keep throwing, and I'll check back in with you a little later. Got my GPS trolling motor set on spot lock, because the boat's going to constantly move around when you're sitting here, and it'll compensate for your movement. Now you can put an anchor out, but you know, that's a lot of work too. These GPS trolling motors, well worth the money. Been using this one all day. I think it's the first anchor. So what we'll do is we'll walk around the boat and we'll cast every direction all the way around the boat. We'll let them rest a little bit, and then we'll start again. It's hard work. All right, let's pull this now. All right, guys, clouds are rolling in, so we're gonna have to run out of here. That's the shrimp haul for today. Maybe about 5 pounds. Okay. Definitely have to stop for some ice. Okay. Down there. We'll have some dinner. Guys, we made it back to the dock. Storm is coming big time, and I'm by myself as usual to dock and put this boat on the trailer by myself. By the way, guys, if you're boating in Florida, they just changed the rules. They'll give you a ticket if you don't have your kill switch on now. Alright, so Sylvia back there, she's getting a nice freshwater wash down right now. Grab the shrimp by the whiskers, pop off the heads. It's easier if they've been on ice overnight before you do that. Alrighty, that's what we got. There's all the stuff that we don't want. Go throw that in the pond and feed the turtles in the brim. And then figure out what we're gonna make with these guys that I haven't done in previous catch, clean, and cooks for these DALSTRONG. So welcome into my outdoor kitchen. I've already got those shrimp peeled and deveined. I'm not going to show you how we did that. It's just too tedious to process. Video is going to be long anyway already. So I've got them on some skewers and I'm going to show you how to grill them over on the Pit Boss pellet grill. Stay tuned. So here's the Pit Boss. I only got it set for like 200 right now. I've been getting it preheated. All right, and what I've done was I toasted in this old Taiwan cast iron pan. I toasted a little garlic in there for a little bit and added a whole stick of butter, and that's going to be our base for our shrimp. Now in a little while we're going to pull that out, and I'm letting that butter like soak up a little bit of the smoke from the pellet grill. And over to the side here you might see a couple bratwursts. We're just cooking those because I had them left over and they really needed to be cooked. Those will be for maybe my lunch tomorrow, but not the focus of this video. So we got her going real good there. So it's time to go get the ingredients. So here are the ingredients. Here are our fresh caught wild shrimp right out of the river out there, and I've skewered them in these pinwheels. You can do this with, you don't have to have fresh shrimp, but you can do this with your previously frozen, peeled and deveined shrimp. It would be a lot easier than peeling and deveining them. Believe me, that's the biggest amount of labor intense to do there. But you see we put them one opposite of the other and skewer them in that fashion. It's better to use the smaller the shrimp you are, the thinner the skewer you're going to have to use. Now you get the big jumbo guys, you can use those flat skewers, and makes it a lot easier to turn them. So other than that, that's just going to be the star of the show tonight. We did get one tomato, we split down the stem, took the core out, and made a couple of slices of whole mango. That's going to be our side for these beautiful Florida wild-caught shrimp. So tonight's prep is going to be very simple. Just use your favorite season. We're going to use our favorite season. That's Seminole Swamp season, Fire in the Swamp. I did a little test on a few of these just in a little olive oil in the house in an iron skillet a while ago with this Seminole Swamp, Fire in the Swamp on them. They were awesome. So I'm gonna give it a little season to both sides. Just a dusting. I don't want to get them. I don't want to override the shrimp flavor at all. So that's why we're staying with very light seasoning on them. And then do yourself a favor, just keep them from sticking to the grill initially. Just give them a very light coat of spray olive oil. Once we start basting those guys with butter, I have to worry about it. Alright, it's time to dial it up. We're gonna go ahead and hit the button, dial this baby up to 450. Press the button again. That'll start feeding some pellets and bring that on up to speed. We gotta keep an eye on those brats. I already pulled out the butter. I don't want to burn that butter. So I just pulled it off. It's really hot right here at this end of the smoker. So it'll keep that nice and warm. And we already toasted that garlic in the pan before we got started on it, and then it had plenty of time to get some smoke on it. Not sure if it'll actually show up on camera, but we got a big double rainbow right over the outdoor kitchen tonight. Got our new flags here. This is the actual first Florida flag from 1845. And it says, "Let us alone." American flag, and then the current Florida flag, all flying on the end of the rainbow. So if you guys are wondering what we've been up to here lately, there's the Miss Sylvia, and there's her new parking spot. I've been killing myself in this blazing Florida heat, building this new pole barn by myself, basically. So it has a place to park. That beautiful new boat, and hopefully we'll get a few other things under it eventually, but that's what's been taking all of my time up, and I haven't been able to get out here and cook for you guys as much. But anyway, I came in here and was like, why is it so smoky? And then I realized I hadn't turned the fan on up there. Got our shrimp ready. Gonna go straight on the hot part of the grill here. Might even open that flame thing up. Probably not. We're up to 450 now. So I'll go ahead and lay these guys out. Also, I'm gonna bring spray that grill real quick. Over here again. Bring our mango slices over. I want them to get nice and seared. Had that tomato, it's a lot thicker, so have that going a little bit. Put those edges, I'll put them meat side down over there. A couple of these other guys. Alright, those guys are only going to take a few. Now let's go here and see how the other side of these tomatoes have been on there a little while. They're getting nice and soft. So they're starting to look good too, so I'm going to go ahead and turn them over meat side down. Let them try to get a little caramelization going. Let's close her down. Alright guys, 2 minutes into this process right here. I'm going to go ahead and start hitting those shrimp. A little bit of our butter-based, butter and garlic. That's it, simple stuff, man. Nothing fancy going on here. If you want to, you can hit them maters over there too, some of it. That's gonna make them even better. Alright. Butter, garlic, let's close it back down. Next time we open, we're gonna flip. 2 minutes. Go ahead ahead and take my long spatch, turn those. They look about freaking done. We lost one off of that skewer right there. Go ahead and make sure we don't, lost them to the grill. And that will happen. It will happen. Alright. Butter garlic paste. Man, that smells awesome right there, I'll tell you that right now. First thing you want to do is overcook these. I'm going to go ahead and flip a couple of these mangoes too. They're looking pretty good. I don't want to overcook them either. I want to get a little caramelization on them. Nestle them in there. These tomatoes look done, so let me grab our friend aluminum foil. Go ahead and get those guys before they get too soft and fall through. It's almost happened now. I have a major cleanup in aisle 3 on this grill here after we're done. Between the shrimp that fell and that tomato right there that's going to burn. With a couple of my sliced mangoes grilled on the grill there. Beautiful smoked tomato right there. That looks pretty awesome. I'm gonna bring in 2. Let's turn this plate this way for you guys, because I want to prop these up on the tomato right there. Across these just like that. Okay, I don't have any green garnish for this dish tonight. What I do have is some Icelandic volcanic salt. It's a very expensive, hand gathered in Iceland. Sprinkle right over the plate, and then won't go away. Come right back in with some of that garlic butter. I'm not going to put it on the food, but I'm going to put it right down the plate just like that. There you go. That's catch, clean, and cook some wild Florida shrimp. So let's go in and give this a taste. Try one of those shrimp real quick. We worked really hard to get this little guy, but guarantee you it's gonna taste fine. I'm just gonna dip mine in a little bit more of that garlic butter sitting over there in the skillet. Mrs. Backwoods always gets the display plate. I mean, she's enjoying that right now. But you see how those, when we put them in those pinwheels, they kind of will hold together and they keep the moisture inside. And if you hold both tails, you can kind of dip them and eat them right together and pinch the tails right together. Tell you what, that's some good shrimp right here. Let's try some of our sides. We'll try our smoked tomato. The acid in the tomato is a really good complement to the richness of the shrimp. So let's try some mango. You know, that got a nice, this one got a really nice char on it. Again, this dish has got a lot going on. It's
got the acid of the tomato, sweetness of the mango, savory of the shrimp, and that butter, that garlic, and all that going on. So hope you give this a try. Hey, even if you don't go out and get your own shrimp like we did in this video, go get it from your local market. Try to get it fresh if you can, depending on what part of the country you're in. But I know a lot of places you can get fish, prawns, stuff like that, shrimp, locally sourced, all up and down both of our coasts. If you can get that, it's going to be way better than trying to get it from your local grocer. But if the local grocer is the only source you have for them, go ahead and get you some peeled deveined shrimp. Going to cut out a lot of time from doing this dish. Do it just like this. You'll be glad you did, and it'll be delicious. So if you like what we're doing over here, just hit that like button right down there. To subscribe to our channel, you can do it right over here. For another great Backwoods gourmet adventure, it's going to be right over there. And for a whole playlist of cooking fish and seafood outdoors, gonna be right up there. We'll see you next time. The first time I ever ate a grilled mango. Well, I'll tell you what, it's pretty dang good, right?